Good morning. My name is Lucien Moons, and I am an innovation coach working at Reboot Moments. And I was invited to give you this presentation on how to create innovative packaging solution to help brand engagement and increase customer experience with digital solution at the Direct Container Print Show. This is an extract of a presentation that is normally 45 minutes, but I will try to give you, a hint of what is, the core of that presentation, but in a much shorter version. So, what do customers or consumer wants, in today's digital age, in fact? Well, they want to have a multi-screen experience and to receive personalized, social media shopping information. They want this immediately. That's why they are constantly shopping, in fact, because of their mobile, which give them access to all this kind of information. But most of all, through this online experience, what they want is to have engagement beyond the product, beyond the container, and this across the channel in the outdoor and the indoor communication world. The reason for this is that in the human needs, there is one new one who came, which is the need for Wi-Fi. Now, if you go to your children today and you tell them, hello kids, tonight we are going to the restaurant, they always say, yeah. And then when you ask them, where do you want to eat? What kind of restaurant? The only answer you get is where there is Wi-Fi. So Wi-Fi became today one of the commodities that we expect to get everywhere because we want to be constantly engaged and looking for information. So what is the value of this attitude to us in the container business? Well, it's quite important. If you look at the frequency of the mobile activities in store, when the people will be confronted to our brands or to our container or to our packaging, 52% of the people are checking price online while they are in the shop. And one of the very big change into this activity is that when people find products that are cheaper buying through an online store, they will order it there and have it delivered at home. So the influence of the information they can get, from their mobile when they are in front of the product today is very big. 50% will look for information and reviews about the product, and then 39% will call a friend or text a friend or be on one of the social media platform where they are. So having this in mind, I will straight away jump into a few innovation campaigns that had been developed, during the workshop that we have done with different brands. There is an example of a company, which is selling cereals, Trick cereals, and they wanted to make sure that they were engaging their junior customer, the child which is in fact driving the purchase of cereals, to make sure that they were communicating with them. So what they did, they printed this box, this container, in fact, with a application which is called Orasma, which, by the way, is free into the market. It's an application you download on your phone. And when you take this box and you point it at the box, you will receive an extract of a Star Wars episode. And they had built, 15 different episodes. So during the campaign, kids were asking their parents to buy more of that container, because when they would point their Orasma mobile phone on it, they would get an extract of, an episode of the 15 that they were creating for this kind of. This is the way to engage, your customers a little bit further. Another example is the Lego company, They understood that many people wanted to have an idea on how the object that they will construct with the Lego box, will look like, when it will be finished. So what they did, they have installed these screens with a camera, and every box of Lego today is printed with this Vuforia application. So you come to the box in front of this camera, and the camera will pick up the box you have, and you will then have a film that will come on that video screen, and you will see the crate or the toy building itself in front of you with I should say movements and with sound. So you can imagine what kind of experience the customers can get, which is beyond the container in this case. Another one which was developed, with one of the Reboot Moments product family is this product where you can point an application at different images of different packages, and the application will pull them together and give you then access to a recipe how to prepare those products, or a series of recipes. So while you are shopping, you just show these items to your iPhone, and it will give you, a culinary experience on how to do it, and then you can download the recipe so you can still be engaged. And of course, when you do this, you are also on a website of these companies which are producing those goods, and they can continuously then continue to engage you once you have been on their workshop. This is a way where you can use, the connection of products and extend the relationship with your customer. So if you are looking at what consumer wants in packaging today or in container, we have seen 4 major trends. Ones are the globetrotters, the people who want travel-resistant package. They don't want to have a plastic that crash when they carry it to their cars. They want it also to be luxury looking. They want to be solid. Then you have the premium seekers. They want to have extra value for the money, but they want to make sure that the goods are also durable, that they are reusable, they are authentic materials, using of cotton or different types of products. They want to see, that there is a craftsmanship that has been involved into the finishing of the product. So they want extra value for the money. Then we have the people which are very, very driven by the ethic drivers, which is, sustainability of the product. But it still has to be chic. It doesn't mean that if it is sustainable, it should look ugly. Design and the quality of the product, the raw organic product that you might use for your container still are very important. And then, of course, the last one, which we believe, is one that has to be explored as much as possible, in the future, is the connected people. They want to be engaged beyond the product. They want to have personalized packaging. They want to have access to the website, how the product was done, who did it, what is it good for their health, and eventually, can give them access on the process, how these products are done. So this is the 4 major packaging trends that should be looked upon when you want to innovate, and connect your product. So the question would be, how do you get all this into one proposal? The multi-channel, the connection, and the experience beyond the product. So we are using for this, innovation workshop with our brands, where we bring together people because we do believe that it's a big need in using what we call crowd innovation or crowd intelligence. And in this process of using the business model canvas, we also make sure that people are looking at what is existing there. You're not alone there when you want to innovate your container in the future. There is many websites like Bosch or P&G where you can just go down there and look at the innovation requirement they have. If you go and download one of these documents, they will tell you what is the kind of consumer problem they are facing with this, and they are looking for improvement. So just by working with your focus group here on one of the issues that you download here or at Bosch, you will come with a solution that will be very quickly accepted and adapted by those companies. And of course, by definition, when you do so, you will have the possibility to go directly into developing a new product that will find its own market. We are using for this a business model canvas, which is generally a set of 9 questions. If you want to know more about it, you can just send me an email. But basically, we look first at what are the customers we want to address, and then basically what is the added value that those people want, how they want to be connected, and how to have that extra experience. And then all the other aspect of the business drives must be looked upon, but that's not the purpose of that presentation. This can be done, in the next step. So basically, this is what I wanted to transfer in this short video presentation. Exploration is the engine that drives innovation. Innovation drives economic growth. So I would just recommend us, to go and explore together. And I hope you enjoyed this very short presentation.